Good evening and welcome back to the Big Four Sports Podcast. Happy Wednesday. I'm going to start it off with saying right now that I am just coming off of having strep throat for a long time. So if I start to cough in the middle of it and my voice sounds like garbage, just don't be surprised. I'm gonna be predicting all of NFL Week 2. Last week I went a dead 8-8, right at 500, which sucks because let's just do some math real quick. If I consistently get 8 wrong a week, and that for 18 weeks, I'm going to get 144 wrong, which means I'm buying a jersey. And I don't want to do that, so I gotta bounce back. Yeah, last week was so weird. I mean, on one hand, Joe Burrow got benched. On the other hand, we proved why Josh Allen is the most overrated QB in football. And yeah, that was that. Not a good week for my predictions, and I'm gonna recap the Pats game, which I am actually pretty hyped about, and then the Pats game from last week, even though we lost, and then I'm gonna rant for Chaim, and I'm gonna rant about Chaim Bloom just for the hell of it. All right, I don't know where to start. So, you know what? Let's just start with the Chaim Bloom rant. I mean, Chaim Bloom, come on, bro. What are you doing trading away Mookie Betts? Like, come on. You have single-handedly caused this team harm. I mean, for one, on you, like, going on, like, what's called messing for an interview to talk about the trade deadline, you said, we're underdogs. Yeah, that's going to deflate the clubhouse, isn't it, buddy? You've given the middle finger to the clubhouse multiple times. I'm sure that has sat well with the players. I'm sure players haven't wanted you to be fired. God, if I'm going to bring on, like, Cutter Crawford or nothing, I didn't say anything. Anyways, but yes, though, like, why are you trading away Mookie Betts? And you absolutely refuse to just completely stay out of free agency and stay out of the trade deadline. At the trade deadline this year, the Red Sox were actually looking up. They were actually looking pretty good. They were on a hot streak, coming off a great month. And you know what the hell do you decide to do? Absolutely nothing. Like, come on. Luis Arias was a pretty nice pickup, I gotta say. But other than that, come on, do better. This Red Sox team was actually looking at a playoff spot, and they were in one at trade deadline time. Why didn't you do more? Come on. You're a small market. You're a small market GM. You would be a great GM for Tampa Bay. That's already been proven. But not here in a big market like Boston, where there's all this money surrounded you to spend, and yet you just don't do it. The one nice pickup you've had, besides Luis Arias, is Masataka Yoshida. Holy crap, this guy. I mean, like, come on. He's let all these players go in free agency. He has let Xander Bogart, who is so respected by the fan base. Like, Red Sox fans love Xander Bogaerts, and you let him walk for nothing. And same thing with, what's his name? Nathan Eovaldi. Let him go for absolutely nothing. Full of crap. Pardon my French, but, like, seriously though, what the heck is Chaim Bloom doing though? Why is he just letting all these guys go and just trying to build a farm system? That's how a small market team works. That's how the Baltimore Orioles team works, and they have a much smarter GM, which is why they're actually a much better team. Like the Red Sox, if you look at the 2018, the 2018 team's not the best example. Let's look at like the 2013 team. Why did that team win the World Series? Because they spent so much money on their roster. They had one of the highest payrolls in the league. And now people are going to tell me like, "Oh, 1 year under the luxury tax," and people are like, I hate this guy." No, that's not true at all. He's always been under the luxury tax. He has never spent any money at all. This guy, he's worked for the Rays. He's proven that he's smart when it comes to it, when it comes to being a small market GM. So back to my thing. Chaim Bloom is a small market GM. I just said that. Alex Cora is a big market GM. The two don't fit. So when people are gonna go out and blame like Alex Cora for the Red Sox failures, you're full of crap. I'm gonna be the first person to disagree with you. Alex Cora is one of the best managers in the game. He's just getting backed up by this horrible front office. And by the way, this guy should be banned from public speaking. I mean, this guy is constantly throwing his team under the bus. Like the War Underdogs comment, I absolutely hate this guy public speaking. I hold my breath. Like, how does Nesson keep getting this guy on interviews? It's ridiculous. And like, honestly, what the Red Sox are doing right now. I mean, first off, I just want to say, Chaim Bloom, when he showed up for the Winter Classic at Fenway, he got booed and flipped off by his own fans. I don't blame them. He has shown this fan base so much disrespect by acting like a mid-market and a small market team. By not spending any money at all. The only money he's truly spent is like extending Rafi Devers and signing Masataka Yoshida. It's about it. And the harm he's done, trading away a future Hall of Famer, a Boston icon, and a franchise cornerstone, probably is going to be a Boston Red Sox Hall of Famer. Mookie frickin' Betts. That's to cap it off, okay? I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, get this man fired. All right, let's move on to week 1. Sorry about that. I just had to rant about Chaim Bloom. Okay. All right, we're gonna start it off with you know what? Screw it. Let's actually start off with the Pats game. The Pats game, I gotta say, first quarter looked like garbage. Like actually looked like hot garbage. Getting torched by our defense actually wasn't that bad. Just, I mean, Mac Jones throwing that pick six, that wasn't the greatest throw in the world, but also Kendrick Bourne could have done something to not drop it. That was just ridiculous. But in the second quarter and in the second half, the Pats completely outplayed the Eagles. Just the Eagles had that much of a lead that they were just able to keep it throughout the game. This is a moral victory. And what I mean by a moral victory is that even though the other team technically won, this is still a step in the right direction. This is a step towards greatness. And like losing 25-20, they made it really, really close. Mac Jones, 307, like, hold on, I think it was like, I'm just gonna look up on. Yep, 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. That one interception was the what's called the pick six that Kendrick Bourne dropped. But yeah, 316 yards and 3 touchdowns is gonna get the job done. Mac Jones has looked great with Bill O'Brien so far. We've been proven by that first week that Matt Patricia was the problem for Mac Jones's downfall. Apparently, no, Mac Jones is back. But yes, actually though, and the defense in the second quarter was arguably the best. Like, that defense in the second quarter alone was better than like at any point the defense looked last year. That defense in the second quarter was just shutting down the Eagles offense. They figured it out. But then in the second half, the defense kind of let up a little bit, which was kind of interesting. Keyshawn Booty, again, don't know why. Technically, it's Booty, but you know what? That's wicked boring. I'm just going to call him Booty anyway, because why the hell not? But yeah, actually, though. So Booty can't keep he can't keep 2 feet in. He's played too much college football, and in college football, you only have to keep one. You only have to keep 1 foot in. But yeah, and it's the NFL. You got to keep 2 feet in. It happens. And one questionable call I just want to go back to is when Bill Belichick decided to go for it on 4th and 3 when he was inside the 20. Instead, it was still before the 2-minute warning. Like they had time to get a stop and do something with it, and decide, hey, just take the easy points, and we'll make it a field goal game. But instead, he decided to go for it, and it doesn't work out. That was a very questionable call. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. And honestly, this is a moral victory. Like I'm proud of how the team played. I still feel like there was a bit of times where like we kind of blew it, but honestly, if I'm gonna be honest with you though, yes, this was I classify this as a moral victory. Mac, like I said, Kendrick. I want to give the game. So there's something that NBC Sports Boston does, which is like the game ball. I want to give the game ball to Kendrick Bourne. Six receptions, 64 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's gonna get the job done, making up for his pick six that he dropped, while making up for the throw that was the pick six that he dropped in and fell into the corner's hands. But yes, so I'm looking forward to this Pats team. I feel like now the fact that Aaron Rodgers is out for the season, you can tack on 2 more wins for Bill Belichick's Patriots. I mean, that Jets team with Aaron Rodgers either probably sweeps us or probably splits with us. I said splits with us, but now the fact that it's just Zach Wilson, I mean, this is a free 2 wins. Like if people were saying like 9-8, now people are saying like 10-7. All I'm saying, this Pats team looks good on both sides of the ball. Defense looks incredibly good. That defense is always going to be good with Jabril Peppers, Kyle Duggar, who's one of the best safeties in football. I stand by that take. And also Matthew Judon. I mean, that big three of defense will get that done, followed by just a bunch of players that know how to get the job done, and Christian Gonzalez. And then on offense, of course, I mean, Mac Jones is gonna have a bounce back year. He is Keyshawn Booty now, and also Juju Smith-Schuster to work with. So yes, Mac Jones with a competent offensive coordinator. We've seen in his rookie season what he can do with a competent offensive coordinator. Led to 67 completion percentage, 3,801 yard, 22 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. 13 interceptions is not the best, but again, he's a rookie. You got to cut him some slack. And a 92 QB rating. So honestly, not that bad. But we've seen Mac Jones can be this good with a competent offensive coordinator, and he was a rookie. So with how Mac Jones performed in Game 1 with Bill O'Brien, I got some high hopes for this team, and you guys should as well. All right, let's move on to predicting Week 2. All right, my current record's 8-8. I don't want to be buying a Josh Allen jersey because we've seen why he's the most overrated QB in football. I posted on my Instagram his stat line, and people getting mad at me. So if you want to go check it out, go check on my Instagram, Big Four Sports Podcast. Just off the cusp. I mean, what? No, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry, I just have to drink some water. Okay. We're starting off with the Minnesota Vikings at the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, for one, this is on prime time, technically. So, Kirk Cousins, I mean, number two, so this is all the things that Kirk Cousins hates. And we had this exact same matchup, exact same, like, the Eagles were home last year when the Vikings were much better. And the Vikings got rocked. I don't expect anything to change. I got to pick the Eagles. Start the year off right. Now, despite the Browns proving me wrong last week about picking the Bengals, I'm still picking the Bengals. I mean, for one, there's nowhere to go but up. For this Bengals team, there is absolutely nowhere to go but up. And for two, the Ravens, I mean, even though they won 25-9, the numbers are wicked misleading. I mean, for one, their defense did not look that good. They were able to let CJ Stroud go down the field a lot. They let him to throw for over 230 yards. But also, hold on. Just the Texans couldn't get it done on third down. So yes, the Ravens did not look that good. Yes, they scored 25 points, but I mean, yes, Lamar Jackson is also over. I will forever hate Lamar Jackson. If you want to know why, I'll make something about it. But yes, Ravens, Bengals. I'm picking the Bengals. It's their home opener, and there's nowhere to go but up. This team has to bounce back. All right, Seahawks, Lions. This game was insane last year. Seahawks, Lions, when they faced off last year, week 3, 48-45. It was just ridiculous. So Seahawks, Lions. Lions coming off beating the Chiefs. Good for them. And the Seahawks getting there, just absolutely getting destroyed by the Rams, who are not that good. I'm going to pick the Lions. One, it's their home opener, and the Seahawks did not look good against a division game. Now, granted, it's the division games, and truly anything can happen when it comes to division games. But division game or not, the Seahawks look like garbage. So I'm going to go with the Lions with this one. Up next, Colts, Texans. I'm going to go with the Texans. For one, the Texans defense actually looked pretty good, despite them giving up 25. Despite them giving up 25 points. That young defense is going up against a lot more experienced offense. That's probably why they gave up 25. But they were able to get a pick, and they were able to get a bunch of sacks on the Ravens O-line, which is good to see. And now going up against the Colts, who actually looked pretty good. I'm still gonna go with the Houston Texans, even though they're at home and it's a division game, so I'm kind of leaning on the upset here. But yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, this is a very hard slate of games to predict. Bears, Bucks, dog. Do I want to go with Baker Mayfield? I mean, the Browns just. I mean, the Bears just look like garbage. Justin Fields can't throw the ball for the life of him. Just got absolutely diced by the Packers, who are literally the co-owners of the Bears. I stand by that. And on the other hand, the Buccaneers just completely walked into Minnesota and stole a win, which is one of the hardest things to do in the NFL. Like, just walking in and stealing a win from places like, Philly, New England, Minnesota, Kansas City, all those places. No one ever wins easy in Minnesota. And the Bucks won easy, which is ridiculous to me. So and the Bucks are also home as well. It's their home opener. So I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I don't feel good about it, but I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so Chris Jones is back. He signed a 1-year extension with the Chiefs. This if the Chiefs still didn't have Travis Kelce and Chris Jones both, I would pick the Jags. Because on one hand, the Jags are a home team. This is going to be such a close game. And if the Jags actually win, I'm going to start picking against the Chiefs. I have no problem doing it. And I want to pick the Jaguars so bad. Hold on, I'm just going to see if Travis Kelce is playing. Because if Travis Kelce is not playing, then I'm going to just go ahead and pick the Jags. Hold on. All right, got it. Okay, Travis Kelce is at practice. He's practicing fully. So that does make me feel better, and also the fact that Chris Jones is going to make this offensive line the Jags offensive line living hell. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. Just it's more of a safe bet, but do not be surprised if the Jags pull out a win here. I mean, I would have looked at myself like, come on, I should have picked the Chiefs. I mean the Jags. Sorry. Okay. This is the toughest one to predict out of all of them. Packers Falcons doesn't look tough, but it truly is. Packers put up 38 on the new and improved defense that we all thought was going to be the Chicago Bears. And on the other hand, of course they put up 38, and their defense actually looked pretty good. The only reason why the Bears ended up putting up 20 is because it was like some late game points that just didn't even matter. They were trotting out a third string, or as I like to say in baseball terms, that's a high A baseball team. But yeah, anyways, the Falcons looked really good though. Jesse Bates had 2 interceptions. And also like Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier are completely saving this team. Although Desmond Ritter does not look confident throwing the football, which should be a concern. But yes, I'm gonna pick the Packers here, even though this is gonna be a wicked close game. Just at this point, it comes down to who has the better defense. I think that is the Packers, and Desmond Ritter is not gonna throw the football. He's just not confident doing it. So yeah, I'm gonna pick the Packers, even though I hate the Packers. Raiders Bills. Oh my God, the Bills are a disappointment. Someone tell Josh Allen Jordan Whitehead isn't on the Bills. But yes, though Josh Allen, 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and a fumble loss. That is not gonna get the job done. And the Raiders, their defense actually looked pretty good. I'm serious when I say that. The Raiders defense actually looked pretty good against a new and improved Denver Broncos offense with Sean Payton. The Raiders shouldn't be taken lightly like they are. I'm guilty of this as well. But like who knows how long this is going to last, but like the Raiders look good. And they were able to pull out a win against one of the league's best defenses and soon to be one of the league's best offenses with like of course Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. So I got a lot of high hopes for the Raiders, but again, the Bills is I think the Bills is the toughest place to walk in and steal a win, and a team like the Raiders, I just don't think will be able to do it. So it sucks, and I hate to say it, but give me the Buffalo Bills for the win over the win over the Raiders. It's just so hard to walk in and take a win in Buffalo, and it's the Bills' home opener as well, which means that place is a guaranteed sellout, like it always is. All right, Chargers Titans. Give me the Chargers. They were able to put up 34 on what people are calling one of the league's best defenses, even though they even though they lost because defensive mastermind Brandon Staley over here is giving up 36. But yes, in all serious though, the Titans look like garbage. Ryan Tannehill threw 3 interceptions, and match Josh Allen 1, and for 2, that defense though is worse. That Titans defense is worse than the Chargers. Like all the Titans have is Jeffrey Simmons. And that's essentially it. At least the Chargers I think still have like Khalil Mack, but yes, I'm gonna say the Chargers. Either way, I think their offense can just destroy the defense, and that's all it's gonna take. 49ers and Rams. This one I as soon as I saw this, I'm like 49ers. It's too easy. And well, yes, they walked into Pittsburgh and just completely took a win. They made it look so easy. I mean, Kenny Pickett played like garbage, but either way, they still walked into Pittsburgh and took a win, which is by far, again, that's up there for the hardest things to do in the NFL. And I can't see that streak stop. Even though the Rams played really good in week 1, the 49ers are still the 49ers. They're gonna get the win in Los Angeles. All right, sorry about that. Giants Cardinals. Even though, oh my God, I picked the Giants. What happened? Dog, I picked the Giants to beat the Cowboys, and the Giants lost 40-0. Jesus. Yes, and in all seriousness, the Cardinals actually did not look that bad against the Commanders, though. And honestly, with the Cardinals home opener, I feel like this will be a lot closer than we expect. But like I said, same thing with the Bengals goes for the Giants. There's nowhere to go but up. and I got to pick the Giants for this one. There's nowhere to go but up for this Giants team. Their defense is poised to bounce back, hopefully. All right, I think this is going to be America's game of the week. Jets Cowboys. Um, I'm going to pick the Cowboys. I hate, hate doing that because I hate the Cowboys. I absolutely hate them. I hate them so much. But yes, the Jets losing Zach Wilson does absolutely. I mean, losing Aaron Rodgers does suck. And that team with Zach Wilson did not honestly look that good. If Garrett Wilson wasn't on their team, the Jets most likely lose that game. But yeah, this game's gonna be close, but I think the Cowboys can. I think the Cowboys can still win it. Just it at this point, the rosters are pretty much equal. It comes down to who's the better QB, and sadly, it's Dak Prescott. Okay, up next we have the Commanders against the Denver Broncos. Give me the Broncos to bounce back. The Commanders. What the heck? You almost lost to the Cardinals. Another reason why I can't trust you guys. And yes, like I said, same thing goes for the Giants and Bengals with the Broncos. There's nowhere to go but up. So give me the Broncos to win over the Washington Commanders. Hold on. Up next, we got the Dolphins against the Patriots. Sunday night game. Patriots, of course. This Pats team looks good. After week one, after what they were able to do to arguably the league's best defense, Mac Jones throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and stuff like that, yes. I think, even though the Dolphins put up 36, it was against the Chargers, and they've had the worst defense since like 2018. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking the Pats to win a close one on Sunday night. All right, up next we have the Saints against the Panthers. Give me the Panthers. I don't care if both teams look like garbage in week one. It's just at this point, one, the Panthers are home, and for two, I mean the Carolina has just been like historically good. Again, whenever the Panthers are playing the Saints at home, they've been like historically good. I'm talking like 20-2 good. It's probably not 20-2, but it is like a really, really good record with like only like 2 losses. So yes, give me the Panthers, Bryce Young's first win, and that Saints team looked incredibly sloppy. They were saved by their defense. And yeah, that's another reason why I don't know if I can trust them or not. All right. Technically, both these games are Monday, Saints Panthers and Browns Steelers. I'm taking the Browns. The Browns absolutely destroyed the Bengals. Now it is a thing. It is a theme with the Browns. They always play the Bengals hard. It doesn't matter. The Browns are still the Browns are a dark horse or actually like a dark horse like division winner. Like I kid you not, that could actually happen, and I would not be surprised. But yes, in all seriousness, the Steelers looked like hot garbage. I don't care if they're playing the best defense in football. You got to put up more than 7 in front of your home crowd in the home opener. Like, come on. So yes, I'm going to pick the Browns for this one. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to move to once a week. So yeah, that'll do that. I'm gonna probably be moving to Wednesday. Probably, I don't know. I still haven't figured it out, but I'm gonna go once a week officially. And yeah, that's gonna do it. Hope you enjoy my predictions. Tell me what you agree with or disagree with on my Instagram. You can go check me out there. And yeah, that's gonna do it. All right, peace.